What's up, guys? Max here, back with another episode of the ScuttleButt Show. Yes, I'm sitting down at my stand-up desk. Don't mind the mess behind me. It's super busy here. I've been running around like crazy the last few days getting stuff done. Just made a video for the Pacific Okinawa Players Club, the theater group out here. They're doing a performance of Little Shop of Horrors, so I made them a trailer and just been running around all crazy. So the music's working today, so let's go with a little bit about yesterday. So about yesterday, Nuggets let me know that the intro music wasn't playing, and I appreciate the heads up on that. I had somehow turned the music down. I think maybe on the episode with Scotty, I had turned it down inadvertently or something like that. But how many of you guys were playing it in your head? How many of you were singing it in your head as the intro went along? Dun, 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 boo, doo, 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 doo. I jam out to my own theme song, I guess, sometimes. Hey, Max, any idea to join the USMC boxing team? My recruiter was an asshole. You got to join the Marine Corps first. And so, by the way, guys, today is Quanda, Friday Q&A, calling it Quanda forever. I guess if I had to spell Q&A, sound it out, Quanda. So ask me anything. We can talk about anything today. I don't really have much planned. I have literally one thing that I've prepared for today's show. And you ask me anything you want. So I recommend, Rambo, if you want to join the USMC boxing team, I think it was... I think that's great. You know, they have all the sports teams. You can do the esports team now. We talked about on the show. You just got to get in, and then once you're in, you get to your, you have to finish all your training, right? The only special duties I think you can do right out of boot camp are like funeral, like flag detail, funeral detail, White House guard duty, so things like that. Ceremonial guard, White House ceremonial guard, whatever they call that. I can't remember. We had a guy at HSC 23 named Reed. Justin, maybe you remember Reed. And he was a White House guard, and his uniform was always on point, like seriously on point. So, yeah, I think it's great. If you get an opportunity to do that, it's awesome. Totally awesome. Try to do it. ScuttleButt Show and Joe Rogan versus Tony Vision. Cool. I'm down. Let's see. I'm sorry if I annoyed Max, or God forbid anyone else bringing up my videos or social media posts. No, dude, you're good. You're totally fine. You can drop anything you want in the comments. I'm getting, threats on my recent video about the Bible on the POW table. So you can't hurt my feelings in the comments. I think it was the episode with the sleep people. Oh, really? I guess that's appropriate. Hey, Philip, what's up? Welcome back. No worries about yesterday. You can come to any show or not come to any show you want. You felt the music, Nuggets. That's what I'm talking about. From what I understand, they want to rep the USMC in the Olympics. That'd be awesome. Well, active duty, I think an active duty Marine is going to the Olympics for wrestling this year. Do you guys remember that story? We covered it a few months ago. I would have to probably go look that up again, but there's some active duty. I think he's a Marine going to the Olympics this year for wrestling. One question, socks and sandals, war crime or not? Comes down to this, Nuggets. How long do you plan on being out there in those sandals? Because I'll tell you what, I walk around the house with my house slippers on. Like we have, like in Japan, house slippers are a very common thing. So I wear house slippers and I have socks on. But if I have to go take the trash out or something like that, socks and sandals for sure. If I'm going out to the beach or for a walk with the dog, no, sandals are a no-go. That's a high crime right there. The music is pretty cool. It sounds representative early to mid-90s video games. Nice. I like that. Reed got that drip. Where's they going to get FPV drone racing teams into services? Oh, yeah. I would love to see that. That's awesome, brother. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, man. Go for it. It's a great opportunity. I had buddies who played on the baseball team, and it sounds like it was awesome. What do we got going on? Who's threatening? It's literally someone's opinion on the internet. I'll never understand that. I'll never understand that either. Go check the comments on my recent video about the Bible on the POW table, which I thought my opinion was pretty balanced, to be totally honest. The only thing I'm trying to say in that whole thing is I can walk past a display of the Bible and my feelings are not hurt. I can live with it. And some people can't. And so somebody on there said, this is not a direct quote, but it was something, it's on my Instagram story, by the way. Wait, is that one? One of the comments on my Instagram story, but it said, I will not allow you to continue to succeed or make any money on YouTube based on your beliefs. I will not allow you to. Relax, dude, relax. And I said, what do you mean by that? No comment back. Any plans for Father's Day? Well, I am only a father of a dog, and I don't have much of a family myself to speak of. So I think we're just going to get on with my father-in-law for Zoom and talk. Game Hopes, what's up? Welcome to the chat. It has been a while. I hope you're doing well, and welcome to the chat. I'm glad to see you. 2 days left of sophomore for high school, that is. That's great, dude. Congratulations. Summer vacation. Any big summer plans? I would rather living in Okinawa, even if I'm Muslim, but Okinawa is a lot more beautiful than Louisiana. Okinawa, there's a lot of religions out here in Okinawa. I think you can be whatever religion you want. I don't think you should be worried about that for Japan. Japan's, I think, very liberal with religion. Well, I guess I don't know. I don't want to give you the wrong impression, but it seems that way. I would rather, well, 2 half days are more like 2. I remember half days. What's up, Warriors and Whiskey? Warriors and Whiskey. Are you guys, if you guys are fans of imbibing in some of the water of life, then you can go check out Warriors and Whiskey. They've been on the show. You can check out the ScuttleButt Show with Warriors and Whiskey. And they are an awesome group of badass veterans who now are sponsoring all kinds of whiskey meetups, whiskey, merch, whiskey knowledge, all that. Ding dong, your opinion is wrong. Every political discussion ever. Los Angeles. Los Angeles is crazy. I wouldn't want to live in Los Angeles. I'm doing very well. Thank you, Max. Sorry, I've been very busy with the situation I told you about with my nephew. Always awesome to hop on by. Yeah, you got it, dude. I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, this week's it's been a fun week. It's been a fun week. I'm glad we are on Friday out here in Okinawa. Father's Day. How about your father as well on the Zoom? I don't have any relationship with my own dad. So my dad's out there somewhere in the world. We don't talk. We don't know each other. We haven't talked in many years. So no real relationship there. My mom passed away in 2012 or something like that. We weren't close. I didn't know her either. And I don't really have any relationship with my dad. I've always called it liquid courage, but water of life is pretty good. Whiskey in Gaelic or whatever is water of life. It means water of life. Summer plans are building my PC, going to France. That's awesome. Working out, making video essays with my soon-to-be PC, playing squad. Yes, we got to get on the squad of squads. We have our first charity event this Saturday, benefiting K9s for Warriors. That's great. Drop a link. You got a link for that? Drop it in the chat. Oh, that's okay, Charlotte. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I don't mind talking about it. Oh, no, it's all good. It's all good, you guys. Totally fine. My life is great. Best life I could ever ask for, honestly. Great wife, great life, happy wife, happy life, as they say. I mean, I'm so lucky. I have everything I've ever wanted and so much more. And I've got my Navy family, which is incredible. So my military family. It's all good. And my mom, I didn't know my mom. I found out the only way that I knew my mom had passed away was when I was doing my top secret compartmentalized information security clearance. I Googled her and found an obituary. And I didn't even know her. I don't even know her. God invented whiskey to keep the Irish from ruling the world. Looks like you're building a great community family here. Yes, MC. Yes, I am. The ScuttleButt Show community is incredible, and I love it. I do. I appreciate all you guys being here. It's awesome. Everybody who's here who's thinking about joining the military, everyone who's here who came from gaming videos or whatever, I appreciate you all being here. I feel for you, brother. I'm all over it. I'm over all of it, and I'm sure they would want me to be successful. Yes. Who raised me? Well, I lived at home with my dad until I was 18. We just weren't close. We would just not talk. We would avoid each other mostly. Not a good relationship. And then I left when I was 18, and that was it. I'm glad you appreciate what you got, Max. We need more people like you in the world. No, not more like people like me. We need more people who are individuals. We need more people who are like themselves. Bro, how far away is Poughkeepsie from where they filmed the Blair Witch Project? Oh, it's pretty close, actually. Because I'm pretty sure at the end, I don't mean to point at you guys like this. I'm pretty sure at the end of the Blair Witch Project, they have in there Thanks Hyde Park, I think. And that's basically Poughkeepsie. So they're right next to each other. Ever been near a live fire bombing range? Oh, yes. Nellis, Creech. I've hiked up the mountains in Nellis, and I was standing right there while they called in close air support on targets. And I was flying a little handheld drone, helping assist the targeting. It was one of the coolest training ops I've ever been on. It was awesome. It was so sick. Oh, you saw the comments, the casual stolen valor comments? I'm so thankful for that comment. Anybody who's been on my videos recently and they think that I was being serious about being in underwater space when I was in the military for 2 years before I got kicked out, and now they're calling me stolen valor, is life-changing happiness for me. It's the best thing in the world. If you couldn't pick up the satire there, I feel sorry for you. Yeah, Nuggets. I don't want anyone to be like me. I want everyone to be like themselves. If you talk to anybody who's known me for a long time, who's been friends with me in the last 10 years, I always say the same thing, which is just be who you are. Just be yourself, like, and love yourself for who you are. Like, whatever you're into, if whatever you like, don't like, own it. Be confident in who you are, and people will accept you and treat you right. It's only when you start to kind of not believe in yourself do people pick up on that, and they can kind of sense like fakeness and insecurity and all that, and that's when you're in trouble. So I always tell people, just don't try to be like somebody else. It's immediately noticeable. It's immediately identifiable. Just be yourself. Just be who you are is what I always tell people. Was going to ask, but my father was physically abusing me when I was a child. He's deaf, trying to improve, but the scars are still healing. Was thinking of ending communications, but get me feeling guilty. You know, if it's Danger Zone, what's up? Alzan, what I'll say, having similar feelings of guilt sometimes that creep into my mind, if your relationship with your family is making your life worse, okay, then you have to cut ties. And I would hope that your family would want your life to be as great as it can be. So even if they'll, react badly to you cutting ties, if it's what you have to do to have a happy life, a fulfilling life, a complete life, then do it. I think you should do it. I mean, I don't know if I think you should do it, but for the person that I'm describing, sometimes you have to cut family members out because they do nothing but bring you down. And you can't always mend every relationship, That's my feelings. I get guilt sometimes and I want to pick up the phone, but I just remember how bad things can get. A Netflix film was almost recorded in the apartment above me that my pop owns. Oh, nice. I'm looking at U.S. Navy cruisy books. Oh, cruise books. Cruisy books. Cruise books online. When were you on the Reagan and what division squadron were you in? Larry, great question. I was on the Reagan from 2004 to 2006. So it would have been the 2006 Westpac. I was in AIMD, IM3, and what was the question? Division squadron. I was in IM3. AIMD, IM3. Let's see. Have you heard of the game Hell Let Loose? Yeah, we've played Hell Let Loose on this channel before. It's a little really hard. It's one of those World War I, World War II shooter games where you just have the iron sight, obviously you just have the iron sight weapon and you run for 30 minutes and then you die immediately and you never see a bad guy. And I need to really try Hell Let Loose a little bit more. It's a great World War II game. Check it out if you want. They dropped the Western Front part of the game. Oh, a new update. I'll try it again. Have you watched Joe Rogan because you and Joe will beat Tony Vision? I think Joe Rogan's probably a lot better of a fighter than I am. I'm not much of a fighter. Be genuine and real. That's it. That's what it comes down to. Hell Let Loose also has the Normandy invasion, U-boats and everything. You got to do you. If they want it, they will come to you when they are ready. True, Justin. I agree with that. Dylan, what's up? Facts. Dropping hashtag facts. Playing the stream in front of my girl and her brother. We'll see if the show becomes a family event. Yeah, that's awesome. What's up, Robert? Welcome. Dylan, I haven't seen you in the chat. Dylan's been in here a little bit. I don't know how I can get strong and fit from the military. I would probably be the slowest person in training while they were trying to help me. That's it. Oh, yes, Justin, I played squad on Monday. We played squad on Monday for a while. I'm loving squad. In the mid to late 80s, they would sometimes do some live fire at the Navy bombing range in Ocala. Ocala, Florida? My favorite band is from Ocala. A Day to Remember. It's sad that people would rather watch me call out stolen valor than watch do it yourself and trade info to get good employment, save money, and survive. Dude, Hiram, I agree with you. It is sad that people will watch a top 5 worst video before they watch a top 5 best. It is bad that people will go watch fail videos before they watch videos on how to succeed. That's all bad, but it's reality. I'm guilty too. Dylan Vast, CrossFit. I do advocate for CrossFit. I say if you're trying to actually get in shape and you want to get into the military style shape, go to a CrossFit gym. Look up online a good one. Forrest Moss. Look up a good one, and when you When you find a good one online with good Yelp reviews and good coaches and everything like that, go check it out. Let them know you're new. Start slow with lightweight. You know, be humble, right? You'll see that on CrossFit gyms painted on the wall. Be humble or be humbled. And it's so true. What kind of training did you do when you started out in the military? So great question. Before I joined the Navy, I played a lot of basketball after school. I did a lot of weightlifting. I had the Arnold Schwarzenegger Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding that I lived by. I would do those workouts every day at Casper Kill Country Club in Poughkeepsie, New York, with all my high school buddies. And then when I was finishing high school / enrolling and then subsequently dropping out of college, I got kind of lazy and fat and I hurt my knee. And I was working at Dunkin' Donuts and I gained like 25 pounds and then joined the Navy. So it was horrible planning. It was terrible planning. But then once I was in boot camp, it all came together. But yeah, and then I was into weightlifting for a long time. Just weightlifting and jogging and cardio, whatever, do weights. Monday's back day, Tuesday's chest, mixing 30 minutes of cardio, an hour of cardio here and there. And then CrossFit in 2012. I have that book too. Jones, what's up? Welcome, Jones. Thanks for dropping a comment. Let me know you're here. It's always nice chatting with you guys. Yeah, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. You can actually learn a lot from that book. It's incredible. I recommend it still. Gets you ripped. Yeah, hell yeah, it will. It'll get you ripped. You got to do the diet though. Abs are made in the kitchen, not the gym. That's true talk. What kind, have you watched Project X? Yes, I love Project X. Actually, that's a great movie. Yo, Max, I did the sit-up portion of the PST. I did 70. That's awesome, Eric. Great job. 70 is great. Try to get perfect form. That's the only thing I would say. Make sure you're doing perfect form. Because when you go for the PST, the actual PST, they're going to really be looking at that. So you have to make the minimums. You want to shoot for higher. But you have to get the minimums. You're not alone. Lazy, fat, and gaining pounds happened to me since Corona. I've been good on Corona. Get to the chopper. Does that encyclopedia say gloves or Mando? Yeah. Ocala, Florida, F8s, 20 millimeter, and some bombs, but mostly laser. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, Ocala, Florida. So I've been to some ranges down in Florida. They were in Avon Park. Avon Park, it's not a live fire range, I don't think, but there is a little base out there, and I've done some training out there. Sebring, Florida, Avon Park. Probably me being biased, but is it just me, or does Rudy Reyes look more jacked than Arnold Schwarzenegger? I miss HPI. We have a similar class called High Performance Training here in Jax. Is that Navy? Is that a Navy thing or the Marine Corps thing? So the Marine Corps has their version. It's the HIT, Marine Corps HIT, but they're a little lame about it because you have to go to their classes and get qualified, and they won't even let you pick up a kettlebell in some gyms unless you're like with a HIT instructor, and it's kind of dumb. Bro, Corona made me more fit. Yeah, I've managed to keep it going in Corona. Just came from the trailer of 2042. Hey, what's up? Well, welcome, Hassan. I'm glad that you liked it. How do you get abs in the kitchen? Diet. It's diet. Abs are made in the kitchen on what you eat. Abs are made in the kitchen, not the gym. And that's true. You can't do sit-ups until you get abs. You have to lose weight. You have to lose fat. Healthy weight. Great to see you, Hassan. Yes, it's great to see you. What about the Bahama Ranges? I've never been to those. I don't remember what those are. Am I supposed to remember those? I'm sorry if I don't. Max, my CAP squadron recently introduced me to radio communications. I think I found my passion. Nice. That's good because not too many people have that passion. I don't think too many people are super passionate about radio communication. In fact, most people hate it. It's the bane of most people's existence, trying to get radios to work, and they usually just suck. Best live fire I've seen was the USS Iowa flying her 16 inches in the North Atlantic. Watching ships use like the Sea Whiz and their defense systems against like training drones and stuff is also epic. Anytime they fire their weapons, it's the best thing ever. Seriously. If you didn't join the Navy, what branch would you have joined? Well, I wanted to join. There was a time where I wanted to join the Marine Corps originally because of my buddy. My buddy had kind of inspired me to join the military, and he was a Marine, and I was thinking about joining the Marine Corps, but I ended up in the Navy. Now, if I could go back and do it all again, knowing what I know now, which I wouldn't do because I think you should just, enjoy the life you got, is I would have joined the Air Force and tried to become a CCT, knowing what I know now. But the person I was at 18 years old never would have been able to do it. Too immature, my worldview was so different, I would have never been able to do it. So same as HIP, but Navy. Okay, that's good. At least they have something like that out there. The Navy needs to get way more on board with stuff like that. Checking in, is there something dangerous about kettlebells? When they're too clean, like in the Mark Wahlberg F-45 video, they'll slip right out of your hands and hit you in the head. So, yes. Did you guys like my Mark Wahlberg rap? Has everyone seen that? What did you guys honestly think about my Mark Wahlberg rap? What was your biggest base in Okinawa Was our biggest base in Okinawa shut down? No. No, it was not. They are moving some stuff around out here, but that's not happening for a long time. So, I don't know what to tell you. No bases have shut down out here in Okinawa. Let's see. You guys talking in Arabic, I believe? That's awesome. How do you even make your keyboard do that? What is the daily routine when you were at the Navy? Camila, it depends. What phase of the Navy? On a ship, in boot camp, in A school, in a squadron? Tell me what your question is. Be more specific. Do you want to know about boot camp, A school, or the fleet? And I can answer that question. I think everyone who could do it all over would go Air Force. Yeah, it's true. It was fire. Yes, thank you very much. I'll try to post a link, but I don't want to leave the page right now. My dad said I should have joined the Air National Guard. It is the video titled, "This Celebrity Just Attacked the Marine Corps," and you'll see it. I would have tried out recon contract, but couldn't get past security clearance based on my history. Sorry to hear that, Rambo. But maybe but here's the thing though. Time helps with that. So if you just join the Marine Corps and then you're in for a while, that might change. Like I know felons with top secret security clearances. Time is a factor. The more time away from the incidences, the better. Would you like to be a TACP in the Air Force? Yeah, CCT, combat controller. Would have been the best job to have in the military. Boot camp. Okay. Boot camp. What's boot camp like? It's pretty easy. Boot camp's pretty easy. You just have to shut up and just do what you're told. That's it. It's so easy. Boot camp changed a lot since I was there, and it's changed a lot since COVID. So the way boot camp is now, from what I know about it, because I did okay, here's what you should do actually. About a year ago, I posted a series of videos, Navy veteran reacts to Navy boot camp, making a sailor. And I talk about my Navy boot camp experience with all those videos. That's the long version. Short version, you wake up at 6, you go to bed at 10. In between, you have a mix of academics and physical training and stuff like marching. And then you have chow. So you just eat, sleep, and do what you're told. And that's it. It's pretty easy. If I could give you one tip, if you're thinking about if you're about to go to Navy boot camp or whatever, is just be prepared. Learn your general orders, which I still remember mine to this day. I don't know how, but I still got them. They're locked in there. Lock and key. Navy general orders. Know your sailor's creed, and just be prepared to just shut up and do what you're told. And if you can do that, it's super easy. Let's see. What did you love most about the Navy? Oh my gosh. The people, maybe? I love the people, the teams that I was on, the teams that I was a part of, the experiences that I had. I mean, I loved it. I loved everything about the Navy. Going out to sea, being on a ship in the Navy out to sea is an experience that you can't compare with anything else. It's just, it's special. I loved it. Let's see. We're both Iraqi, funny enough, and keyboards do support Arabic as natively as English. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Well, thank you for tuning in. Are you guys, well, wait, you're not, which one of you guys said you're tuning in from somewhere else? Are either of you tuning in from Iraq? Which I always think is so interesting. Got to get some shut-eye. Have a great night. Yeah, good night. I assume Jason, whoever I'm talking to. Have a great night. I had an Army 05 surgeon the other day say that in the next life, he'll see me in the Air Force. That's awesome. Thank God, because Okinawa was also a melting pot. Yep, it is. What's up, Chris? Larry D, I wouldn't have been an HT if I could do it all over again. Yep. I never look at it as if I could. I don't wish I could go back and do anything over again, because every single part of my life is equally as important as every other part of my life to get me where I am today. Did you know how to swim prior to joining the Navy? Oh yeah, I love the water. I love the water. I loved any chance I could get into a pool when I was a kid. I love the water. I love breath holding competitions. I still do that to this day. To this day, I will have a breath holding competition with you. I love it. I'm like an 8-year-old. Dude, I swear after I've been to prison, I hated everything related to the Army. I'm sorry to hear you've been to prison. That sucks. From Basra. Yes, I do know where Basra is. Well, thank you for tuning in from Basra. I hope you're doing well out there. Let's see. I'm living in Baghdad at the moment. Not sure about the other guy. Baghdad and Basra. Wow. Thank you guys for tuning in. I've been to Baghdad. I've never been to Basra, but I've been to Baghdad a lot. Well, I've been to Baghdad a lot. Love the people, the ships, and our Navy SEALs, but I love to travel. How about the A school daily routine? So it kind of, let's say you're under 20. Let's go with under 21, right? You get to A school, you do your Liberty, restrictions. So you get to A school, you check into the barracks, you can go do some stuff. You can go to the store, you can go on base. A lot of times you have to be in uniform. You can go out in town with some restrictions. You usually have a curfew, and you just go to class in the daytime probably, even though there are some night classes. Sometimes you can be on night class. And then you go back to the barracks, and you have usually some freedom, maybe some homework, and you usually will have duty as well. So you'll be part of a duty section, and you might have duty in A school. So you might have to stand watch or do something like that, or do patrol or do cleanup, clean the barracks, clean the facilities, or whatever. But for the most part, you are able to go kind of do whatever, eat at the galley, kind of hang out. There's usually a MWR facility that you can go to, and they have MWR trips. So you can take an MWR trip to some other neighboring city or go. I went skydiving in A school, which was really fun. There was a trip from Chicago to Wisconsin to go skydive, and I did that, and it was so fun. So you can do stuff like that. A school is another one where you just got to suck it up with the Liberty restriction stuff. If your A school is long, 6 months, you will get eventually full liberty to go civilian clothes, out in town, do whatever you want. Just depend. But my A school was only 2 months, so it was pretty short. It was over before I knew it. And I was a fleet returnee, actually. So I had joined the Navy under what's now called the PACT program, back then it was just called the undesignated program. So I went and did my first deployment and then went to A school. So I was in God mode. I was the fleet returnee, dual warfare pins, air warfare, surface warfare. So I walked on water in A school. It was the best experience of my life. Would you recommend someone who doesn't know how to swim or is not a strong swimmer to try buds? I would not. I would definitely not. 100% learn how to swim first. At least in a lake or a pool or something. Don't go to buds if you're not a strong swimmer. 100% do not do that. The 11 general orders of a century, that definitely doesn't include General Order 24 or Code 710. Those are easy to remember, but not to follow. Yes, the 11 general orders of a century. I didn't do it, though. Yeah, I probably have no problem believing that whatsoever. I was in San Diego for boot camp, and A school SoCal was the bomb back in the 80s. I bet it was. You doing any aviation related today? Sort of. I still do some drone stuff. And that's about it. I don't really do too much aviation things. I'm not really interested in pursuing a pilot's license or an A&P license or anything like that. So I just do some drone stuff. Not sure why the Navy boot camp for San Diego does not exist anymore. Well, the Navy consolidated everything down to Chicago, Chi-Town, Great Lakes, probably for financial reasons, probably save money. What has the internet made you realize? Oh man, Nuggets. That's a loaded question. That is a loaded question. What has the internet made me realize? I never really knew how influential the internet is for people until I started putting stuff out on it. And I learned more from the attacks I've gotten on the internet. Like how personal people take things on the internet. People go so far out of their way to find things that they hate and to be angry about. And it's like people really are on teams. It's like they have these teams that they're on and they find anything to go spread, like to shut down anybody who they believe might be not on the same page. Philip dropping a super chat, a $5 super chat. Thank you, Philip. Starting to train. We'll see. Conversation day, Q&A Friday. Let's see if Q&A Friday sparks some super chat questions. That would be awesome. By the way, guys, I see a lot of fresh faces in here, so you can join this channel and become a member. Right below this video, there's a join button. You can become a member. If you are interested in supporting the channel, you can buy merch like the super legit t-shirt here that I'm wearing at ScuttleButtShow.com. You can become a patron, and for $10 a month on Patreon, I'll send you a free t-shirt on your second month, so you can get a free one by becoming a patron. And just sharing the videos and inviting people to come watch are great ways to support the channel as well. So yeah, the internet is, I mean, it does so much more good than bad though. The internet does so much more good than bad. Like I was just thinking about this morning, actually, I was walking my dog on the seawall next to the ocean. And I was thinking the internet has made people who were already motivated individuals into effectively superhumans. And I'm talking about young people. Like this is young people. People who are already intrinsically motivated, hard workers, driven, passion for learning and growing and communicating. They're effectively super people. And then on the other side, on the other extreme, it's made some people so dumb and lazy. So it has goods and bads. I don't know. The internet's a lot more good than bad, but some people cannot handle it. How about the Fleet daily routine? Okay, Fleet daily routine. On a ship. Let's say you join the Navy and you get to a ship. You will be ship's company. Let's say you're enlisted. You're enlisted in the Navy and you go to a ship. You become ship's company. You live on a ship full time. So let's say you go to sleep one night on a ship. You wake up in the morning at Reveille. Happens every morning. You heave out, and trice up. Heave out, trice up, heave up, trice out. One of those two. Hang on 1 second. First of all, where's your Blue Jackets manual at, everybody? You better have a Blue Jackets manual ready to go at any time. You guys wouldn't have to ask me these questions if you had your Blue Jackets manual, like a good sailor, okay? I'm getting all Chief Selecty on you guys, right? Get your Blue Jackets manual out and learn about your Navy stuff, okay? You should have one of these. If you're joining the Navy, don't wait to boot camp to get one of these. You can get it on Amazon. So you heave out and trice up, you get up, you get ready for work in your rack. There's like a bathroom, right, in your berthing. You get up, get dressed in your uniform, probably coveralls or not blueberries anymore, like your type 3s, and you have breakfast down in the galley, get that omelet station. You got to stand in line for the omelets. You got to wake up early for the omelets. You can hit the gym if you want to. And then you go to muster, and muster will be around probably 6:30 or 7 or something like that. You go to work until 1500 or 1600 or whenever Liberty Call is. They'll announce it. The quarterdeck will open for Liberty because otherwise the quarterdeck's only open for official business. And then you can go about your day. You can leave. You're in the fleet. You're an adult. You're in the fleet. You can leave. You can go out into town or whatever. You can go out to the exchange. You can have dinner on the ship. They serve dinner on the ship. And then eventually you'll have to come back. There's usually no curfew unless something special is going on. So you can usually go out for however long you want. You come back, you go to sleep again, repeat. Weekends, you're usually off on the weekends, but you're still living on the ship. So unless you're on duty, you have the weekend to yourself. I would always leave the ship to go to the gym. I would walk around base, it's until you get a car, you're kind of stuck. And then you go back to the ship and you live on the ship. And if you're in a squadron, same stuff, except you live in the barracks. So you have a lot more freedom and your own room. Let's see, where's that at? Where was I? How about the fleet? Philip, thank you for the super chat so much. Are you doing YouTube full time? I am doing YouTube full time. Sorry, bro, I'm focused on the chat. Hey, Dono, hype. Super legit. Those are the haters. Don't worry, we are better than them. I don't worry about the haters. It doesn't bother me at all. The only part of it that bothers me is that the haters or whatever would choose to invest so much of their life and their energy into being a hater. That's what society will do to the weak-hearted. No offense to those. Seeing so many new faces in the chat. I know, it's great. Work, stand, watch, eat, work, stand, watch. Yeah. And then if you're out to sea, it's all the same stuff, except you're never really off duty. What's your favorite and least favorite type of music? I don't know if this counts, but my favorite type of music is like post-hardcore, like A Day to Remember. I just found a great band called Magnolia Park. And I know it's very specific. It's kind of like rock music. But then my least favorite type of music is... I'm going to sound like I'm such a bro. I'm such like a douchey bro. My least favorite type of music is like classical. I hate it. I hate it. I can't listen to it. But I love country music. I love hip hop. My favorite rapper is Hopsin. If you guys know Hopsin, that's my favorite rapper. Pretty much any genre I can get down to. I rock out to Eurovision, but the only thing I can't listen to is classical. Without the internet, I probably would have had a very negative outlook on Americans because I wouldn't be able to hear the other side. It's true. I've learned so much about the world from the internet. I've learned so much about physics. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on physics. I do. Joe Scott, Polymatter, Veritasium, great YouTube channels. Yeah, you guys can check out the Discord. I'm probably the least active person in the Discord, but if you're a fan of the show, you can go on the Discord and chat with everybody. Hey, they're not sure if you remember, I asked yesterday what you did when you were in the Navy and how you chose. I'm having trouble figuring out what job is right for me. Yes, I do remember. Thank you for coming back. So today's Q&A day, so I did tell you to come back today, and I'm happy to answer that question. I appreciate you asking it. The question was, how did I choose my job? It's kind of funny. For my job in the Navy, I chose no job because I couldn't choose. I couldn't decide. Then once I was in, I saw everything that was going on, and I ended up accidentally in aviation, and I became extremely fond of naval aviation. I love naval aviation. So I chose to continue that, pursue that. The best thing to do is to find YouTube channels like mine. I joined the Navy under what is now called the PACT program, undesignated, because choosing a job was hard for me too. So I chose no job and just joined. If that's something you'd be interested in, the only problem with that is you don't know where you're going to end up. You're really putting your future, your fate in the hands of the Navy, which I was fine with when I was 18. If you are eligible for a lot of jobs, like let's say you took the ASVAB already and you did well and you have a lot of options, like what jobs are you considering? You're having a hard time figuring out what job is right for you. What is on your short list? Have you already made like a top 3? And what are you interested in your day-to-day life? Like I'm asking, like drop a comment. What do you like to do normally? What's a day in your life look like? What are you interested in? Me maxing out my debit card. I'm buying Blue Jackets manuals for the chat. Did you do all 3, fleet, boot camp, and A school? Yes, I've done all 3. I went to undesignated school, and then I went to A school as a fleet returnee. So I went to boot camp, and I immediately went to Pensacola, Florida for 2 weeks for undesignated school. They called it ATD back then. And then I went to the fleet, and I was an undesignated airman on the USS Ronald Reagan, where I worked in aviation fuels, purple shirt, grapes. I did that for about a year. Then I went to AIMD, IM3, and worked on CAS benches, CASS. I know none of you guys know what this is. And then I did that for another 8 months or so, and then I went to A school. And I did A school. I did pre-A school, which was like foundational electrical theory stuff. And then I went to C school, which was for helicopters. Sorry for asking, but isn't the Army makes your life limited? Well, I was in the Navy, and your life is not that limited. You can actually do pretty much anything you want as long as you put the military first, because you swore you would, right? If you join the U.S. military, you are swearing an oath to that first, to your duties in defense of the Constitution and the orders of the officers and petty officers appointed above you. You swore you would do that first. And then beyond that, you have a lot of liberty to do whatever. Monster Magnet. Bulgaria from Eurovision 2021 is like classic, and I thought you'd like that. I did like that. I jam out to some Eurovision. Did you guys see my top Eurovision songs on Instagram a few weeks ago? Do I listen to Kendrick Lamar? A little bit. The hits. I listen to the hits. You heard of Hobson's collab with Tech9 and B.O.B.? Hell yeah. Yes. Hobson is my favorite. I listen to Hobson every day almost. I enjoy some classical. How dare you, Max? Instead of doing something useful with my life, I will now proceed to whine and complain on the internet. Yes, thank you. You have been learning all the lessons I'm trying to teach out here. Glad you didn't say you hated EDM. It's not for everyone, but it has unlimited potential and is pretty great for people with synesthesia. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't mind EDM at all. Also, if you're into post-hardcore, feel free to check out Dead Sarah Weatherman. Vocals on there are out of this world. Okay, thank you for the recommendation. I will. Dead Sarah Weatherman. I will look that up for sure. What do I think of jazz? I appreciate some live jazz. I would go listen to a live jazz. I don't listen to jazz daily, like on my playlist, but I listen to live. I love listening to some live jazz. Playing, studying, cursing the government. There are a lot of important things you can learn from Blue Jackets Manual, whether you're in the Navy or not. It's not classified. You can get it right off Amazon. You're totally right. I got mine off Amazon. Yeah, well, family is more important than the military. Family is most important, right? But when you join the military, you swear you would fulfill your duties to the military first above all else. In the Navy, the saying was, mission first, sailor always. And that was in regards to taking care of the sailor and their family. So there's this idea that when you're in the military, you don't have to worry about your family because you have unlimited health care, you have money, you have base housing, access to all these programs, financial relief, and all this stuff. So the mission comes first, the sailor always. So the active duty member can go take care of their responsibilities, and they shouldn't have to worry too much about the family at home having access to the necessities. Does that always work out that way? No, but it's the idea. So the rates they offer are grouped near your ASVAB score. If you score high, you'll be offered only high ASVAB score jobs. They won't offer you a lower score job. True, very true. When I got a 95 on my ASVAB, and they took out a binder that was like this thick, and they're like, these are all the jobs in the Navy. You can pick any of these. And I was like, because I was giving him a hard time. I'm like, I don't want that job. I don't want that job. I don't want this job. He takes out the binder. He's like, well, you can pick any of these. And there was like 1,000. And so I was like, undesignated, please. When do you get to shower during the day in the Navy? Basically, anytime you're off duty. You can pretty much shower anytime. There are times that the water's turned off or whatever, or that the water's cold. You sometimes have to be willing to take a cold shower or an extremely hot shower, like burn your skin hot. But pretty much anytime you're off duty, you can take a shower. I took the high school ASVAB and scored highly in mechanical, auto shop, and electronics. The CBs seem like one of the coolest jobs, but I'm also really interested in Army combat engineers, if you're familiar. Yes, did you ask me before about CBs versus Army combat engineers? And I said CBs, right? Because I've got a really high opinion of CBs. I've got a really high opinion of CBs. Great, they're great. I can 100% say CBs is a good route to go if you're interested in engineering, like civil engineering. CBs is a great way to go. But remember, if you're coming in as an E1, E2, you have to be prepared to live that E1, E2 life. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't be delusional about what life's going to be like. Your first 4 years in the military are rough. You're basically just treated like a worker bee in the CB, so to speak. Like, no one cares about your feelings or your ideas. They just want you to do what you're told and shut up and not complain. It's part of the deal. So I just don't want anybody to get the wrong idea that life's just going to be so perfect when you join the military. The first few years is going to suck. In the Navy, you're just going to be, you might not even be doing your job. You might just be painting things and carrying things around, and you might go mess cranking or gate guard or something like that. But it's like you got to pay your dues in that respect. You wake up or before you got to sleep. When you wake up before you got to sleep. Either way. I would always shower in the morning. I felt like there's nothing better than waking up to a good shower. Now, in Iraq and Afghanistan, different story. The ship, you get a shower. Iraq, we were on showers once every 1 or 2 weeks. Listen to me again. Let me expand upon that. Summertime in Iraq, we would shower once every 1 or 2 weeks. If I rolled my finger along my arm like this, I would pull a cigarette size layer of dirt off. It was disgusting. Disgusting. So the ship was like the ship's luxury. The ship is the lap of luxury compared to Iraq or Afghanistan. Synesthesia is the crossing of senses. So in this context, being able to see sounds. Oh, whoa. Sounds awesome. 69 AFQT. Haven't spoke with a Navy recruiter yet, so not quite sure how good that is. That's really good, Alexander. That's really good. You'll be eligible for most jobs. Pretty much any job. The only ones you might not be eligible for are like nuke or probably nuke. Jazz bars used to be my go-to New Orleans jazz. Nice. That's awesome. How did me and my wife meet, MC? Tinder. We met on Tinder, actually. I always used to joke. If you guys have seen my stand-up comedy bit when I was doing the stand-up comedy for the Armed Services Arts Partnership Program last year, it's on my Instagram if you guys want to go check it out. My wife and I met on Tinder. She is a physician, and I would always say, jokingly, before we ever met, I would always tell people, if you want to use Tinder correctly, set your search radius to 1 mile, and go park in a hospital parking lot. And you'll find somebody with either a really good job or nothing to lose. And that was, and just by coincidence, I didn't do that, but just by coincidence, I met my wife on Tinder, and she's in medical, and now we're married. And that's our love story. Tinder success story. I asked about CBs. Okay, yes. I don't know about Army combat engineers. I haven't really worked with them, but CBs are great. You can't a long shower at sea. Fresh water is not to be wasted. Yes, if you take a long shower at sea, you are an asshole and everyone will hate you and you'll probably get busted for it and get given a hard time. Marines in World War II spoke very highly of CBs. Yes, hell yeah. That's certainly what I've been leaning towards. I think it's about time I reach out to a recruiter. Hey, just reach out. Just reach out. They reach back. Once they have your information, you can expect those phone calls. Are they like individual showers or open showers like communal showers? Boot camp is communal showers. The ship is individual shower stalls. So usually what you'll have is these very thin aluminum walls and a shower curtain as the door. And there will be the gaps. There will be gaps in the shower curtain where everyone can see you showering. So you have a tiny little bit of privacy. Let's see. Me and my Indonesian Muslim girlfriend, we first met on Facebook, aka IDR. Nice. Facebook's a great way to meet people, actually. Didn't Facebook go into dating features? My son-in-law hated line pulling as an E2 on DRG. Yeah. E2 life is tough. We've all been there. Max, I remember when you taught me about Plenty of Fish. Oh, yeah. Plenty of Fish. The Navy's original Tinder. Yep. Plenty of Fish. Everyone was on Plenty of Fish back in the day. It's still around. I think Plenty of Fish is still around. I hear it come up in conversation every once in a while. Yeah. Plenty of Fish. That's a throwback. Thank you. Really appreciate you in this community. It helps. Well, welcome to the community. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here very much. Synchronicity. Ask and it is given. The secret. Yes. I don't like religiously believe in the idea of the secret. if you guys know what I'm talking about. But I do kind of believe in the idea of like projecting into the world what you want, and the world will give it back to you. You can like will things into existence, so to speak. And a lot of that comes out just by like literally like acting as if. Like I've always acted as if. Or another way to say that is fake it till you make it. I've always been that way. Just act as if you already are the person you want to be. And things will just start, you know, happening for you in that direction. Nikki MGTV, Max is my favorite YouTuber. Dude, Nikki, thank you for stopping by. Half the people here only know me because of you. And your video today was fantastic. I was going to text you actually today about that. Your video today was so good. One of my favorites ever. Great video today. Get some Miles Davis on your playlist. Can I tell you guys something? Actually, there's a movie in my top 3 movies of all time, which by the way, in this order are number 1, The Princess Bride. Number 3, Armageddon with Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck. And number 2 is a movie called Streets of Fire. Has anyone here seen Streets of Fire? It's a movie from the 80s, and it's got a star-studded cast, and it's my second favorite movie of all time, and I recommend everybody go check it out. And there is a song in there called Tonight Is What It Means to Be Young, and it is the best. I listen to it. It's on my workout playlist. It's a little corny. You guys might think it's a little corny, but maybe I associate it with the movie and the story of the movie, and it's so good. Let's see. LDR mean long distance relationship. And yes, Facebook is doing now a dating feature. Nice. LDR, long distance relationship. Those are tough. Very common in the military. Wait, so you just see a bunch of dudes naked? It's all right for me, I guess. No one cares, and everyone is doing it, being naked in the showers. Yes, in boot camp, the showers are community showers. You just get in there with 40 other people. And it was my first experience ever like that. And it's crazy. But you just do it. Before you know it, you just do it. And it's happening, and you're like, okay, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Yes, everyone show Nikki some love. Get some John Coltrane while you're at it. Listen to jazz with your mamacita. Okay, she would probably like that. Can I ask a really sensitive question? Of course you can. You can ask any question you want. If it's really something crazy, I just won't answer it. Nikki kills it every video. My favorite Navy YouTuber is Nikki, and of course you, Max. Thanks, Ed. Max is a veteran, so he has his own genre. Hold up, can we get a better movie list? Whoa, take it easy. Those are my favorites. Those are my favorites, man. Go easy on me. Haters. Nikki MGTV is a hater. He's cyberbullying me. So those are my top 3. I love those movies. Don't hate. Don't be a hater. You got a new subscriber. Jose, welcome to the channel if you're out there watching this video. Weekend at Bernie's is pure genius. Yes, Weekend at Bernie's is great. So, let me make sure I'm not missing any chats here. I always have to switch it from top chat to live chat and make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see. What do you think of the war in Iraq? Yes, I had a feeling I was missing a comment here. Let's see. What do I think of the war in Iraq? Well, to put it simply, it's complicated. I think that, okay, so there's no denying, we've talked about this on the show before, so that question is fine. George Bush said he regrets going into Iraq. I think the United States official position is regretting going into Iraq. Did any good come out of going into Iraq? For a while, there were people in Iraq who were really happy that the Americans were there. And then it changed, right? And then it got really bad. Then it was like, well, what's going to happen next? Like, where's this going? And then it became ISIS. And the United States pulled out of Iraq. And ISIS swept through the country, slaughtering so many people. It was horrible. It was horrible crimes against humanity, genocide. And I went to Iraq to fight ISIS. And I feel like it was one of the greatest privileges of mine in the military was to be able to go get involved in the fight against ISIS, to liberate Iraqis from ISIS. And now I hope Iraq does well on its own in the future. It's tough. It's tough. Ultimately, do I think Iraq would be better off if the Iraq war never happened? I don't know. Things weren't perfect before, but you're there, not me. So what do you think? I'd love to hear what you think. Hoo-yah to both y'all. When's the next Squad Nikki collab? Whenever Nikki's ready. I play Squad all the time now. I play Squad regularly now. So I just need Nikki on there. I'm down whenever Nikki's down. Is there anywhere else besides boot camp where you see a bunch of dudes naked in the communal showers? Like every gym I've ever been to. Every gym has open showers usually in the military. Every gym that I've been to has open showers. And besides the gym and boot camp, nowhere else. Every birthing has at least one naked guy. He has no modesty and is butt ass naked all the time. Yeah, like there might be naked people anywhere. You might come across a naked person anywhere. Nowadays, you just walk outside your house if you live in a city and there's probably naked people standing around. For those who are anti-military, get out of here. Who's anti-military? Streets of Fire, also Deeper and Deeper by The Fix. I Can Dream About You. Oh, that's from the movie too. Also starred Michael Pear, who was later in the Philadelphia Experiment. That's right, Streets of Fire. That's right. That's the soundtrack of the movie. I Can Dream About You is another great song. Michael Pear, Diane Lane, Rick Moranis, Willem Dafoe. It's a great movie. I don't trust anti-military. Dark Knight should be on my list. Yeah, it really changed. I'm not a hero. No, I'm not a hero. Absolutely not. I would push back on that title. I would not call myself a hero. Everyone, Max is a badass. Carlito's Way, very underrated Al Pacino movie. I agree with that. I don't know. My generation kind of changed, so I hope that things will change, but every generation says that. True. Lots of naked dudes in the aircrew swimmer shop, if that's what you're looking for. No Man's Land, underrated movie, highly recommended. I remember in my JROTC boot camp, we would see every guys take a shower naked. Jay Honey, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Jay Honey in the house. Based on Bosnia War. I'll have to check that out. Hey, really quick. I did say I had a Navy SEAL team treat, a SEAL team treat for you. So let's get to that really quick. Let's take a quick break from Q&A. And I want to show you guys something here, which is so funny. So speaking of movies, because you guys were talking about movies, just before the show started, I found this trailer for a new movie coming out called SEAL Team. It's a new comedy from some production company who's made other, animated films before, and it's called SEAL Team. So let's watch this together on a stream here. I want you guys to see this so bad. We're gonna watch it right now. If it'll play.
We're heading out. Synchronized watches.
What is this?
I love you.
This summer, get ready
Monster Spin!
It's disgusting in here.
for the ocean's greatest heroes.
We don't do this for tasty treats.
Do my good boys want some tasty sardines?
SEAL Team.
Stupid watch!
Coming soon.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. That was straight up super legit. That was so super legit. It's out of control. I can't wait to see that movie. Oh my gosh. When is that coming out? I want to know when that's hitting the streets. That's so good. That is so good. Yes, Army can see movies. What did you guys think of that trailer? How good was that? How great was that? Let's see. I remember my JROTC boot camp, we'd see guys take shower naked. Bro, put Jarhead on a movie list. I don't know. Well, I put it on my honorable mentions for my top 5 military movies, which is a whole different list. I don't know how I would react if I enter a shower of naked dudes. I guess you would just get used to it. Yeah, you just get used to it. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. It's fine. It's really not a big deal. Seeing dudes naked is nothing bad. Yes, Xander. Yes, I agree. Also, SEER School, everyone gets naked, including females. It's weird, though. SEER School, if you can handle SEER School, you can handle anything. Great movie, To Kill a Mockingbird. Big Boo, early fan. Literal SEALs, yes. Seems funny. So cute. Navy SEAL team movie. Phil, Craig Bell got my some water. I got. What the hell is wrong with Nicky MGTV? Nicky MGTV needs medical attention. I think he's in serious danger. I know what he's trying to say. Philip Craig Belk got my some water. Yes. What? I can't even try to make that sentence right, Nicky. I can't even try to fix that sentence. Just mulligan that. That's a mulligan sentence right there. Have you played Conflict Desert Storm? No. What is that? Is that a video game? Max, what level of SEER did you do? What is it? What is like regular SEER school? Like where you go do the detainee portion and all that stuff. What is that? Is that level 2? Right? SEER level 2? Good, glad it's not Lysol wipes. My pipeline has SEER. Enjoy. What pipeline is that? Is that aircrew? Is that right? Aren't you going aircrew? It's just something you got to do. It's just something you got to do. And then it's not a huge deal. Really, not a huge deal. You just do it. So I think like regular SEER school, where you go to SEER school for 2 weeks and you go to the field, it's level 2, right? I think level 1. Isn't level 1 just like the online course? Shoot, I don't remember. Justin? Anything? Do you remember? Does anybody know? Yeah, Jay Honey, you're going aircrew, right? I remember that conversation the other day that you and Justin were talking about, aircrewman. SEER school was awesome for the most part. SEER school was 99% awesome. There was 1% that sucked that I thought was not appropriate. Some of the stuff the staff did, and I reported it. I did. I guess I'm a whistleblower. Basically, there was I'll tell you guys this. I'm not spoiling SEER or anything like that. I'll tell you guys what happened. There was a guy next to me in SEER. He was in the facility next to me, and he had a tattoo on his. By the way, preface this story: the staff of SEER school is a combination of active duty and civilian people. There are a lot of civilians who work at SEER school, and there's active duty as well. So there's a mix of like Marine Corps and Navy active duty at the Navy SEER school, and you go there and you don't know who they are. They're not wearing Navy uniforms, so you just interact with them, and they could be anybody. You don't know if they're civilian, military, Navy, Marine Corps. And there was a guy next to me in a facility next to me. He had a tattoo. The tattoo said something to the effect of, it was on his chest. Rest in peace, Sergeant Smith and Corporal, Miller or whatever, something like that. I don't remember the names. And the staff came by and they started celebrating the death of those two people that he had tattooed on his chest. Hooray, we got these guys. We got Smith and Miller. That's great. Everyone come here, celebrate Smith and Miller. And I was like, I don't know if this is part of, something you guys do here at this school. This is what I said in my debrief. I didn't say anything at the time, but in my debrief, I was like, I don't know if this is something you guys do at this school, but I don't know how you can call yourself, American service members, honorable service members, and you can do that with a straight face. I don't care if you tell me that this training is for my own good or whatever, or it hurts you worse than it hurts me or the guy standing next to me. But you should be ashamed of yourselves. How could you do that? Seriously, how could you do that? So after I did my report, I got a reply that said, oh yeah, they're not supposed to be doing that. That was not in line with policy. So I just wanted them to know that I thought they should be totally ashamed of themselves. Let's see. Oh, about a game about the Gulf War. I'll try to check it out. It goes on my list of games I have to check out. Hope you get San Diego SEER school at a good time of the year. There's no good time of the year. I went in May, and it was burning hot during the day and freezing cold at night. Shivering. I guess people ask you daily about the Army, right? Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Space Force. Yes. For those who don't believe killing animals to survive, don't go to SEER school. True that. Let's see. And also Air Force, what I heard from Onision Air Force also do SEER. Every branch has SEER. I heard they hit you and crap in SEER. Is that true? Yes, it's true. Max. Somebody in the chat named Max. Hell no, I'm not celebrating for that. I will report them immediately. Did the right thing. Good job, Max. Thanks, Max. I love people named Max. Dang, I would ask if there's another way to belittle him in a training sense without degrading the U.S. military. Saw SEER on the unit TV show, looked rough. It's nothing like it is on the show. Max, I pick up orders in a week. I'm scared. Pick Okinawa, bro. Come to Oki. I'm scared for you. Every branch has SEER. Every branch has SEER school, some version. Max, what was your first meal after SEER? Oh, so it's so funny you ask. Everyone has a funny story about their first meal after SEER, right? So my like platoon or whatever of 12 people or whatever, do you end up in 16 people? I don't remember. We had talked about what we're going to do. Like, so there's this weird phenomenon that happens in SEER school where it really makes you think about your life. You're sleep deprived, you're starving, it's very emotional. Like you become very emotional in SEER school. So you start to go like, we're going to be friends forever. We're never going to lose touch. Let's all get an apartment together after this. Like there's this weird bond that you form in SEER school. It's real. It's a real thing. If you guys have been to SEER school, back me up in the chat. This is a real thing. They tell you like, don't go home and propose to your girlfriend. Don't go home and buy a house. Like SEER school makes people very emotional. So we had this thing like, what are we going to do as new best friends after SEER school is over? And we went to Claim Jumpers. Claim Jumpers is a restaurant in Southern California known for massive portions. Like you could easily end up with a plate that has 3 pounds of food on it. So we went to Claim Jumpers, all of us, and we just ordered, whatever our hearts asked us to. We just ordered with our eyes and all the dreams we've been having of food. And I can't speak for everybody, but I got so sick afterwards. So right when you finish SEER, they give you like a little snack on the bus ride home, on the bus ride back to base. And then we went home, we went to sleep, we met up, and we went to Claim Jumpers. And it was a disaster. Just a disaster. Bad choices were made all around. The Unit. Did you start? Have you always watched this show, or did you start watching after I talked about it? I love The Unit. 0 Okinawa orders. Oh, that sucks, dude. Wait, can you go back to the top of my first comment? I'm curious. Wait, what was it? What was your first comment? Did I miss it? It was about reporting them. I don't remember. I did report them. Do you remember? Did you hear that part? I did report them. She was young, so she doesn't remember the real bad parts, just that there was much, it was cold in the winter with no heat. Talking about serious, I missed whatever that was, Larry. I like people who are named Max too. Nice. What kind of AW are you? Oh, Justin. Before I studied Islam, I remember during my final day before graduation at JROTC boot camp, we ate barbecue sandwich and chips. Nice. The last meal, a final meal, like a big meal to celebrate the end of something is a great way to celebrate. It really is. Claim Jumpers was a bad choice. Milk was a bad choice. It was regrettable to say the least. Did not end well for me. Let's just say that. A lot of gastrointestinal distress, as Nikki would say, as an IDC would say. Retired now. Best of luck, bro. 5 weeks flies by. That's it. You know what? I'll tell you something about military training. It sucks in the moment, but you always look back and go, it wasn't that bad. So you just got to get through it. I've never been through any military training that looking back, I was actually like, man, I'd be like afraid to go back or something like that. You know what I mean? You just realize it might be annoying. It'd be pretty annoying to go back, but it's not that bad. Hope this country doesn't fall in the same crisis where things looks to be worse. I don't think so. I don't think America will ever get that bad. It'll correct. It'll course correct. If things ever do start to get bad, people will change their tune pretty quick. It's already starting to happen. I already see it happening throughout the country, places that were all about, the end of the country and hating everybody and all that stuff. They're already starting to sing a different tune. Max, there are 4 SEAL teams available. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Would you rather go West Coast or East Coast, Nikki? Are you more of a Virginia Beach or a San Diego guy? Yeah, hit me up anytime. Call me anytime. And if I don't answer, I'll call you back. I know sometimes I don't answer if I'm doing other stuff. But yes, we can talk about that for sure. Happy to tell you all about it. Plus, I've got some buddies who are over there as corpsmen or PAs or IDCs right now. So happy to help. There will be days when you wish your life was as easy as NACCS and swimmer school, just getting paid to work out, swim, run. Oh, that's so true. It is so true. When you look back at training too, how easy it is to just be in training. The Navy's never easier than when you're in training. You never have to do less than when you're in training. West Coast, hell yeah. Right answer. Hope you're right. Great awakening. The troublemakers are an infinitesimal amount, but they are loud. That's true. I agree with that too. West Coast is the best coast. Yep. Hell yeah. West Coast. Absolutely. Especially if you're going to go to a SEAL team. West Coast will be better for you. Let's see. Let's see Nikki with the SEALs. It's going to be tough though for your with your YouTubing. If you want to talk about that, people might give you a hard time about your YouTube. Like I said, time and time again, don't run on the gauntlet. Walk in like you own the bitch. Yep. Don't run the gauntlet. Yeah. You know, be humble or be humbled. I always go back to that. I'm a bit of I have an ego. I'll be the first to admit I have a little bit of an ego myself. But I'm aware of that. So I always try to keep my own ego in check. Your own ego is your worst enemy. It's your worst nemesis. So nothing is as easy as being a compartment cleaner for a week. True. Seriously. But it does suck though. That's why, I'd rather be, doing the hard job, but doing the job than cleaning compartments, which is easy and not very fulfilling though. And really just annoying. And somebody just telling you what to do. Let's see. What do we got going on here? 11:11. Make a wish. It's 11:11 a.m. here in Okinawa, Japan. I've got a nice dinner plan tonight. I've got dinner plans, which I'm excited about. Your ego is not your amigo. Justin, is that a saying or did you just make that up? Because that is epic. I've never heard that. And I love that so much. It's true. Your ego is not your amigo. It's your worst nemesis. It's the first thing that'll bring you down is your ego. It's so true. It's 100% true. I'll say that all the time. My ego's got me into trouble. It gets the best of them. So, for sure, you have to subvert your ego, as Jocko would say. That's why I love Jocko. If the toughest guy in the room is acting more humble than you, you're wrong. And I've always tried to do that. I've always tried to observe, right? If you got to look at if the strongest guy in the room says he's not that strong, then what does that make you? If the most badass guy in the room says he's not a badass, what does that make you? Right? Whoever is the baddest in the room can set the tone. Not my saying, but don't know the origins. Whoever's the baddest dude in the room completely sets the tone with their personality. If I'm better than somebody else, and I'm telling you, I'm nobody, then what does that make you? Then why are you so cocky? You know? That's this inner dialogue I have with myself. My brother is stationed in Misawa. Nice. Hey, how do you become a pilot in the Navy? Is like the Army where you have to become a warrant officer? No, absolutely not. It's better. Actually, in the Navy, you have to be an officer, an officer. Your ego is writing checks. Your ass can't cash. Yes. In the Navy, you have to just be an officer, not a warrant officer. So you have to be an actual commissioned officer, and you have to get accepted into the pilot program, which has to do with, I think, a lot to do with your college education. What did you go to college for? How were your grades? Do you have the aptitude for it? And then you have to go to flight school, initial flight school, and become a pilot. And then you have to go become a type model series pilot. So you go to flight school. Everyone learns on the little small planes on how to actually fly and the basics of aviation and weather and all that stuff. Then you go learn on your specific aircraft that you're going to be flying. No more Navy warrant pilots. Yep. But if you do, that was the funny thing about the Army. This is why I never liked flying on Army aircraft, because they came out and said, we'll let any Navy E5 be an Army pilot. And I was like, that's the last time I ever want to fly in an Army aircraft. The flying warrant program. They said, if you're an E5 in the Navy, congratulations, you are eligible to be an Army helicopter pilot. Come on, welcome aboard. Here's your wings. Here's your aircraft. And I was like, okay, great. That's super. That makes me feel really good. I know a lot of E5s in the Navy that I didn't want flying my ass around Iraq and Afghanistan. Have you been to Los Angeles? If so, I don't like the people in Los Angeles. I hate Los Angeles. My brother got a possible scholarship to RIT, What is that? The Rhode Island T? I mean, great. Congratulations. But what is RIT? Something Institute of Technology? I don't know what the R is. Tell me. Let me know. Let's go. We'll go for a few more minutes and then we'll get wrapped up for today. And I'm going to get on to my glorious Okinawa weekend. It's raining out here again, though. It's another rainy day in Okinawa. The thing about Okinawa that makes it so great is April to October is typhoon season, and October to April is rainy season. So it's pretty much raining all the time. Imagine you were a soldier in World War II. How long would you have survived? Oh, my God. I think about that all the time, Sammy. I think about that all the time. I think I said this the other day. When I think about what it was like to be in World War II, any time that I was having a really hard time in the Navy, like it's too cold, it's too hot, I'm too tired, I would always think about the legacy of the people who fought in Europe and the Pacific and Korea, and I would shut the hell up because I don't know. That's a different breed. And not only the conditions, but the battles, like giant army versus army battles. It's no joke. That is serious. That's scary to think about. I would get anxiety thinking about it. Some tech institute, something big, I hope. That's great, dude. Congratulations. My best man was offered an Apache pilot contract, but when cavalry scout instead, he regretted that like every day. Sayonara, Ed. Have a great evening. Cav Scout. Well, there's a lot of history in the Cav Scouts. Honorable way to go. How about Vietnam? Same. Vietnam too. Vietnam, same. Still, I would think about that. How often do you have your phone in the military? Everywhere, but you can have your phone. Okay, let me think about how I'm going to say this. You can pretty much always have your phone. The only time you don't have a phone is in boot camp. And in the fleet, there are places where you can't have your phone. For example, you can't have your phone on you when you're working on aircraft. You can't have your phone on you when you're in secret facilities. You can't have your phone on you in other certain instances. But it's usually not because phones aren't allowed. It's because nothing's allowed. So phone is just another thing that's not allowed. So yeah, you can pretty much always have your phone. You can have it on the ship. You can have it on. We had cell phones in Iraq and Afghanistan. I would carry my iPhone around, not to make calls, but to like take pictures, play games, stuff like that. Chief Select Max, can you walk and talk in uniform now? Yes, 100%. Hey, give me a movie name and I'll watch it right now. Like any movie, watch Streets of Fire. Can't wait to get my wings and become an air crewman. Yeah, Jay Honey. I'm excited for you. Beautiful Okinawa. Bro, soldier in World War II, no flak or armor, just uniform and ancient medical equipment, certain death. certain death. It's crazy, huh? We relied on payphones and snail mail back in my day. Yeah, snail mail, we had that too. Snail mail. Care packages. They still took a long time. I'll take Okinawa anytime. Hell yeah. No man's land. Yep. I'll check that out too. Rambo always dropping good music and movie recommendations. Streets of Fire. Okay. See you. Okay. Awesome, dude. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to hear what you think. It's my second favorite movie of all time. It does have nostalgia for me, though. In your day, bows and arrows, too. Man, imagine just getting online and people are shooting catapults at you and all kinds of stuff. Flaming catapult cannonballs. No, thank you. What's going on out here? The Outpost and Sandcastle. Yeah. Mosul. Those are great recommendation nuggets. Mosul was great. I've had people comment on my Mosul review from Iraq saying that they loved that movie. You should have Mr. Ballin on the show. I would love to. Got a ban. Can I ban this person? This is my first person in the chat I've ever had to ban. Let's see. The user's messages will be hidden. Wow, that's horrible. You know you've made it when you get spammers like this, I guess. Totally inappropriate, dude. Totally inappropriate. Can you choose to be in the Okinawa Navy when you join the military? No, you cannot. Wait, what do you mean the Okinawa Navy? Are you asking if you can choose to be in Okinawa while in the Navy? It depends. If you do well enough in some A schools, you can choose your first duty station. But for the most part, your first orders out of A school are going to be whatever you get. Would you have joined the Coast Guard since they are somewhat similar? No. I was never interested in the Coast Guard. Not for me. It was not something I was interested in. And I still wouldn't be. In the days when ships were made of wood and men were made of iron. Yes, that's a great quote I remember that one from the other day. You know you're a lowlife when you get banned from the Scuttle chat. Not super legit. Not super legit at all. Yeah. Oh, man. Not cool. I do not appreciate that one bit. YouTube does a good job getting comments and banning them from the videos when they're inappropriate, like actual video comments. But I guess the live chat does not have the same amount of quickness with the catching the bad words. Watch Streets of Fire, do it. But if you meant, so the question from Camilla about Okinawa Navy, yeah, you definitely can't just join like the Japanese Navy or like go work with them. That's not really a thing. I had an old timer say it to me the other day and I thought it was nice. Oh yeah. He's still living in 18 PP. I missed that. And now it's retracted. So, Camilla, let's see. I saw Camilla drop the comment. Wait, so in A school, if I did super good, I can choose my location, like if I wanted to be in the Okinawa Navy. No, I don't know what you mean by Okinawa Navy. No, you cannot be in the Okinawa Navy. But if you join the Navy in the United States and go to A school and you are like top of your class, some A schools, I'm not saying yours, but some A schools will reward the top graduates with first pick of orders. And then you can pick whatever orders are available. And the one you want still might not be available, but out of all the ones that are available, you might get first pick of those. But I'm not saying that is definitely going to happen, but that's a thing that does happen sometimes. So just so you know, just so we're clear, not making any promises on anything. Hey man, I couldn't find that movie. Give me another one. Ooh, watch the end of Moby Dick. Only Ishmael survives. Meant to say 1800s. Oh, gotcha. Oh man, another movie. Well, have you seen Armageddon with Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck? It's one of the best. I can make a Armageddon reference to a life lesson, like a life lesson learned in Armageddon to any issue that ever comes up in the world. I pride myself on it. Okay. All right, guys, it's Friday. I want to remind you all, yes, don't worry, I won't get my hopes up so easily. Yes, manage expectations. I want to remind you all, the opportunity to become a member of this channel exists right below this video. Click the join button, become a polywog, get your sea legs, become a shellback, get early access to content, behind the scenes stuff, get that special icon next to your name. Let me know you're there. Check out the Patreon link. I believe it's pronounced Benifer. Check out the links in the description where you can get ScuttleButt Show merch. Check out links in the description for Patreon and where the podcast is. If you guys can, go check out the podcast, leave a review. That would really help me out. Share these videos with friends, invite them to the channel. That would be incredible. I would really appreciate that a lot. I'm going to wrap it up now with that for today. And we will be back Sunday evening with another regularly scheduled episode of the ScuttleButt Show. And with all that being said, I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. I hope you have a great weekend out there. And I will talk to you soon. Find me on Instagram, thescuttlebuttshow@gmail.com, Discord, Facebook, anywhere like that. Hit me up with any questions. I will answer your questions. You can DM me, whatever, any questions you have about the military that I can answer. With all that being said, I look forward to talking to you guys very soon. That's the Scuttlebutt.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.